Hey everyone, welcome to Math 1 Quarter 4. I'm going to work with you to try to give you some help on how to do this first quiz, and I'll try to keep posting videos for each quiz. Please let me know if the videos help, if they don't help, if you have other questions. Remember that you can stop and start the video, you can restart it, and some of the questions have their own videos. If you look down here at the bottom of this quiz, there's some video links to someone else's video to help. Anyway, let me show you how I would do it. I would have Desmos open over here. This is desmos.com, and you can have this as a tab on your screen, or if you want, you can even have the app on your phone. Let's see. I've got it right here. If you go to your app store, you can get the Desmos app, and then you can just do all the things right here if you like. Well, let's jump right in. This says graph the equation f of x is equal to 1 over 5x plus 4. Well, let's type this over here. So f parentheses x, struggling to type, is equal to 1. And then to make the fraction, I'm going to divide by 5. And now on the keyboard, this is the /, or you can come down here to this toolbar and use the divide key, and that's all fine. So 1/5, and then I have to click here next to it and put x. If you don't do that, you'll have an x down here and get some weird shape, and that's not right. So let's do right arrow x plus 4. Cool. Here we go. Now we have our thing. We can see that it crosses the y-axis at 4. That's this 4 right here. And then we can see that it's kind of going up a bit, and that's this 1/5. It's going up 1 over 5, up 1 over 5. So let's graph it over here. So we're going to make sure we have the straight line tool. It starts at 4, and then it goes up 1 box and over 4 boxes. Click. So I put 1 click at 4, and then I did up 1 over 4, and then clicked my second dot. Let's submit. Oh, what? Let's see, what did I do? Oh, you see what I did wrong? I did what a lot of students did wrong, actually. See how I went up 1? How much did I go over? I went over 1, 2, 3, 4 over, but I was supposed to go over 5. So instead of going over 4, let's drag it over to 5, and let's see. There we go. And that's the single most common problem I see on this graphing one. Let's go to the next question. Take a look. This one says find the slope and the y-intercept. And we can type this in over here so we can see what it looks like. 5x minus 1. So what is the slope? Well, the slope is how much it's changing by over time. Here, I'm going to hit the gear and make a table. And maybe you can see here that this really is adding 5 every time. 4, 9, 14, 19. This is plus 5, plus 5, plus 5. That's this 5 right here. We call that the slope. The slope is 5. That's what it's changing by. And then the y-intercept is, where does it cross the y-axis? Well, that's right here at -1. So your y-intercept is -1, and now we can use that to graph it. Again, make sure you're using your line tool, and notice again there's videos that the author of the question made. That's not me, but there's other videos. So the y-intercept is at -1, so I'll click there, and then I'll go up 5. This is up 5 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes up, and over 1. And that makes it match this right here. See how this one is at, oh, sorry, I should click right here. There we go. This is at box 1, 4. This is also at 1, 4 right there. Cool, let's submit that. Turns green, we're all good. Let's go to the next one. Y equals 1. Y equals 1. Flat line that crosses the y-axis at 1. Now notice that there's only one dot here. We can click here. Where does the other dot go? Well, you can't click twice here. That doesn't work. So you can click anywhere along this just to make the line, right? It doesn't matter if you click there, doesn't matter if you click here, doesn't matter if you click there, just make the line. Submit. Okay, let's see, x equals 2, I'm sure you could do that. This one, let's just look at this one really quick. It says move the slider so that the graph y equals x squared gets shifted up 3 units. Now it has the graph, but of course if you felt like it, you could graph it in Desmos as well. But it says we want to shift it up 3 units. Here's the slider down here. So I'm going to pull it 1, 2, 3. Now it's shifted up 3 units. Then type the new function. See, here's the new function. Let's write y equals x squared plus 3. Wow, see how the new one is moved up 3 from the old one? That's this plus 3, and that's the big idea of this whole quiz, is that when you add or subtract on the end of a function, it goes up or it goes down. If you add, it goes up. If you subtract, it goes down. So when it says write the new function over here, let's go ahead and write that. It tells you what the new function is right here. So f parentheses x equals x squared. Now if you say, how do I write squared? Well, let's see. We've got some tools down here. Let's back up. So x, here's the one right here. X, make that little box right there, and then put a 2, and then you want to do your right arrow or click next to it to get down on the main line of the function, and there we go. And let's submit the question. Cool. Let's just look through real quick. Again, shift it so it's up 3 units, and then write the new function in the box. This one has been withdrawn because you can see that I broke it. I was trying to change the programming. So question 7 you don't have to do. And question 8, let's just look at this one really quick. It says f of x is equal to x to the 3rd power. We call that x cubed. And it says if the new function g of x is the graph of f of x just shifted up 5, what would the new one be? Well, let's see. The new one would be x to the 3rd power, x cubed. But to go up 5, I think we just put a plus 5. That's all you have to do. I know it looks confusing, but it's just asking you, if you wanted to move this up 5, what would you do? You would add 5. And you say, well, but there's no picture. Well, let's see. F of x is equal to x to the 3rd power. That's that propeller-shaped thing right there. So g of x, let's see if g of x is up 3 from that. G of x is equal to x to the 3rd plus 5. And did it move it up 5? Sure did. All right, let's see. Let's look at this one really fast. This one has this shape, and it says we want to graph it so that it is the other one, but minus 5. Well, what does minus 5 mean? It means take the whole thing down 5. So if the shape was here, I'll just sketch it really fast. If the shape was here, if we want to go down 5, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now notice when you end, it's got this tail. It wants to go somewhere else. You can either just click right here where you ended or click outside. I kind of usually just click right there on that end dot. And now my tail is done, and I can submit. And that's the final question. Okay, please, please, please contact me if you're having trouble. I would love to help you more. And good luck and keep at it.